light the chalice, right? Okay, let me go get it. So I need to ask Roz if she'll light the chalice, right? Okay, let me go get it. Light the chalice, right? Okay, let me go get it.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the worship service of the First Unitarian Church of Hobart. My name is Riley-Churilla, and I participate in the life of the church by serving on the board of trustees, among other things. We are a religious community of people with diverse beliefs and shared values. Our diverse beliefs are expressed in our 6 sources, and our shared values are expressed in our 7 principles. Both can be found online at uua.org. Together we strive to grow spiritually, build community, and live our values in the world. Just a couple short announcements. Tomorrow at 6:30 on Church Zoom is FIA meeting if anybody wants to attend. And Wednesday here is 7 o'clock board meeting. Today we're celebrating the Yule, so please follow your order of service. We are currently streaming our services online. The Joys and Sorrows portion of our service, however, is private, and we will take a break at that time. Other than that, the service will be recorded and will be available for future viewing on Facebook, YouTube, and the church website. Wearing masks is optional right now, but if you are ill or think you have had contact with anybody who is ill, please attend virtually. Now, please let your Facebook and Twitter friends know you are attending worship with hashtag First Unitarian Church Hobart.
If you would join me in lighting the chalice. We gather this hour as people of faith with joys and sorrows, gifts and needs. We light this beacon of hope, sign of our quest for truth and meaning in celebration of a life we share together.
Good morning, folks. We have a little bit of an irregular Sunday this morning, both in terms of the structure of our service. You might notice that your order of service is a bit longer than usual, so there are some places in there for you to share, to speak aloud, to join in voice with each other, and some responsive readings. Also, our music director, unfortunately, tested positive for COVID this past week, so he is not here this morning, but thankfully was able to work out some recorded music, so that's what we'll be using this morning. So just wanted to give you a heads up of some changes that we're doing. And one of the things that we're keeping the same is welcoming your joys, sorrows, milestones into the space, to bring whatever you've been carrying on your heart this past week, either from your own life, from the world at large, to bring it into the space and give it voice. So I want to give you all an opportunity to once again do that. I will come around with the microphone. I will hold it up so that you can be heard by everyone. I would just invite you to share with us your name so that we know who you are. So does anybody have any joys or sorrows? next up. So I wanted to say that, but also Aslan.
I just you to those that reached out to Deb and I when my father-in-law passed away on Tuesday. John Trello, sailor.
Do you want to come up and do that, Jim?
So each Sunday we take two collections. I don't have the normal script with me right now, but we take two offerings. The baskets are for the normal functioning and support of the church, pay our bills and our staff and so forth, and support the building. And then the loose change for social change in the cups is for our charitable cause of the month. And this month, I believe it's Minister's Discretionary Fund to support those in need from our congregation. So if I can have a few volunteers. For your prayers, your presence, your service, and your gifts, we are truly grateful.
So welcome to our celebration of the winter solstice. Our music director will virtually, through the powers of technology, sing the first hymn through, and then please join us in singing the song again. The words are in your order of service. Please rise and bow to your spirit.
Earth is sleeping, her seedlings keeping well towards the sun she is turned. This is the solstice night when dark surrenders to the light. Hope, hope for all who live this night, the sun's born anew. What night is this so long and dark on which we feel such a yearn? This earth is sleeping, her seedlings keeping well towards the sun she's turned.
was the light of the sun, which gives life to all that grows, plants and animals and humans alike. And the people saw that in the cycle of the seasons the days grew shorter and colder as the sun seemed to withdraw. And the days grew longer and warmer when the sun began its return. And the people celebrated the day that marked the beginning of that return. This day, December 21st in our calendar, is what we in the Northern Hemisphere call the winter solstice. It is a time for reflecting on the blessings and challenges of the old year, a time to prepare our minds and hearts for the new year. It is a time to strive in peace. And so I welcome some of our officiants to process to the front with a candle that is lit with flame.
If there is to be peace in the world, there must be peace in the nations. If there is to be peace in the nations, there must be peace in the cities. If there is to be peace in the cities, there must be peace between neighbors. If there is to be peace between neighbors, there must be peace in the home. If there is to be peace in the home, there must be peace in your heart.
Peace in the heart begins with letting go. As the old year departs, so do its sorrows. Let us silently, in our hearts, acknowledge and release those sorrows. We forgive those who have hurt or disappointed us. May their offenses be gone with the old year. We ask forgiveness of those who have hurt or disappointed. May we resolve to behave more kindly in the new year. Let us give thanks in our hearts for the blessings of the old year, especially for the people who have enriched our lives.
The dwindling of the sun's light in autumn is a reminder that even as the old year dies, so must all living things. So must we, many times. Like the serpent that sheds its skin, we shed our old selves that we may grow into new ones. The winter solstice marks the beginning of this new life, whose growth is symbolized in the waxing of the daylight. And for this reason, the celebration in many ancient cultures included the ritual extinguishing of the old fire, symbolized here in this candle, and the rekindling of the new fire. All are invited to participate in this ritual by reading responsively the words in our order of service in response to what Patricia will say.
As the old year passes,
circle of the Yule wreath symbolizes here the wheel of the year, the complete cycle of the 4 seasons, represented by the 4 candles. In some old agrarian cultures in the north, people left their fields for the winter and put away their farming tools. They took the wheels from their carts, decorated them with greenery, and hung them in their halls as a reminder that it was a time to withdraw from the demands of everyday life, a time to turn inward, to await in a spirit of hope the return of the sun, to acknowledge the feelings of cold and loss. This wheel of the year symbolizes so much. Our ancient ancestors believed they played an important role in the turning of the wheel of the year. They understood that the ritual celebrations helped the seasons to change, encouraged the sun on its journey. Some of them erected great monuments to mark that journey. If we enlightened moderns are too sophisticated for such beliefs, is it not our loss? The same science that has shattered these beliefs has made it possible for us to puncture the protective ozone layer, to pollute the air and water, to plunder the earth, to use the sun's energy for nuclear weapons. Is it not time to return to reverence for the earth, to play our part in caring for it, to engage in the changing of the seasons, to turn the wheel of the year? So I'll invite up our 3 folks. And we invite you to join in this turning of the wheel and read the words in your order of service responsively.
As we kindle the new fire, turn the wheel, disperse the gloom. We turn the wheel of death and birth. We change the seasons of the earth. We turn the wheel to beckon the light. We summon the sun from the womb of night.
So the flames that we have lit, a couple of them will be coming out to you, and I invite folks to light your own flame. You should have a candle that you picked up or was given to you on the way, and if not, we can get one to you. And we'll have some flames coming out for everybody to light their individual candles from these flames. And as we do so, join in song. So now we'll join with a tune, O Come, Emmanuel, with some modified lyrics that you'll see in your order of service. Please rise and body your spirit.
and the hope of all who live. Unto the earth your warmth and nurture give. For people wait and trust that this night will bring the fruits of our desire to light. Rejoice, rejoice, the wheel is turning through, and soon our hearts with souls this land will thrill. Oh, come thou light which shines on everyone, who keeps your healing warmth away from none. Teach us like you to warm the earth, and sing the praise of every creature's worth. Rejoice, rejoice, we turn the wheel once more, and with the change of Jesus earth restore.
Please be seated. There is so much to be grateful for at this time of the year. I invite you to please join now in a litany of seasonal blessings. So for each line that Patricia reads, you're invited to respond with just "Blessed be."
For all people on whom the sun shines, whether women or men, poor or rich, old or young, wherever they live, whatever they believe, whomever they love. Blessed be. For the music of Yuletide and all those who compose and play it. Blessed be. For the songs of For the feast day meal and all who prepare it and all who share it. Blessed be. For snow and ice and sledding and skiing and skating. Blessed be. For warming fires and warming homes, for Yule logs and candles and electricity. Blessed be. For Santa Claus, St. Nicholas, Belsnickel, Grandfather Frost, Père Noel, Father Christmas, and all the gifts they bring. Blessed be. For evergreen trees and holly and ivy and mistletoe. Blessed be. For loving families and good friends. Blessed be. For infants and puppies and kittens and newborns of every species. Blessed be. For a peaceful world for them to grow up in. Blessed be.
I invite you to join in singing Dona Nobis Pacem. The words are the title of the song.
Dona nobis pacem, pacem, dona nobis 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 pacem.
Here in the heart of winter, when the daylight hours are shortest, we long for assurance that spring will return, that once again the warm sun will nurture growing things and make the earth green, giving us fruit and flowers. In this time when foliage has all but disappeared, when we see weather reports of upcoming snow, we look to the trees whose evergreen boughs offer us the gift of hope.
For a tree, there is hope, even if it be cut down, that it will sprout again and that its tender shoots will not cease. Even though its roots grow old in the earth, and its stump die in the dust, yet at the first whiff of water it may flourish again and put forth branches like a young plant.
As we listen to the next reading, let us look at and appreciate the beauty of our own tree in this sanctuary.
May the blessing of light be on you. May the blessed sunshine shine on you and warm your heart till it glows like a great pier fire, so that strangers may come and warm themselves at it, and also friends.
I invite you to rise in body or spirit and join in singing O Solstice Tree to the tune of O Tannenbaum.
Oh, solstice tree, oh, tree of life, your roots grow deep down in earth. Oh, solstice tree, oh, tree of life, your branches reach to heaven. Your boughs so green in summertime, stay bravely green in wintertime. Oh, solstice tree, oh, tree of life, you give us hope eternal. Oh, solstice tree, oh, tree of life, how brightly shine your candles. Oh, solstice tree, oh, tree of life, assuring our renewal. They are the stars, the moon, the sun, providing light for everyone. Oh, solstice tree, oh, tree of life, how brightly shine your candles.
Please be seated. The sacredness of this hour is celebrated in special places around the world. In Ireland, for example, the prehistoric Newgrange burial mound was constructed so that the light enters its inner chamber only at winter solstice dawn.
The Incas of Cusco housed their brilliant solid gold sun discs in the innermost shrine of the Sun Temple, which was oriented toward the winter solstice sunrise.
The Chumash Indians, producers of magnificent rock art, created a series of complex shapes in Burro Flats, California, and the shapes are always shaded by a rock canopy, except on the morning of the winter solstice, when a triangle of light illuminates them.
We honor our ancient ancestors who celebrated the solstice in structures and in stories as well, for the myths of many cultures provide explanations for this seasonal celebration. One such story is that of the Japanese sun goddess Amaterasu.
Shrine of Amaterasu Omakami, Heaven Shining She, is the holiest Shinto shrine in all Japan. The sun goddess watches over the building of irrigation canals, guides the fields of growing rice, and presides over the great weaving hall of heaven, where women weave the sacred tapestries. Her brother, Susanoo, is assigned dominion over the sea, but in spite of this honor, he is jealous of his sister's greater power. So he blocks the canals and stomps stomps upon the rice plants until all lies in chaos. Then the angry Susanoo murders a piebald colt and heaves its body into the celestial weaving house, where it strikes the looms which fall upon the women, sending several to the land of the dead. At this, Amaterasu is filled with rage, but refusing to fight on such a demeaning level, she decides instead to withdraw her warmth and light. Thus she retires to the cave of heaven and pulls the great door tight behind her so that the world is in darkness. The people are frightened and no rice can grow. The other deities decree that Susanoo must be banished from the heavens, but how to tempt Amaterasu from the cave? Finally, they conceive a plan. The playful goddess Amanozumi dances a wild dance before the entrance of the cave. She makes movements and faces that bring such laughter from the others that Amaterasu hears them inside. Curious, she opens the door a crack and peers out. The dance grows wilder, the laughter grows louder. Amaterasu grows more curious, until at last the golden sun goddess emerges to find out the cause of such merriment. At the moment, she finds herself staring into the sacred golden mirror. Her brilliant image in the mirror is so intense that she takes a closer look. At this moment, Amanozumi quickly closes the door to the cave. Thus the sun goddess returns to the world, and with her the light that provides life for plants and animals and people. This story is told at every winter solstice as the days that have darkened earlier each night reverse into their mirror image, and each succeeding day's light lasts moments longer.
On this night, virgin mothers of many times and cultures around the world have given birth to sun gods. In remembering them, we honor our ancestors who held this night sacred. And as we call upon them now, we invite you to respond with "Praised be the light."
In ancient Persia, Anahita, the Immaculate One, Mother Goddess of Waters, gave birth to the sun god Mithra. Praise be the light. In ancient Greece, Kor, the maiden goddess, gave birth to Aeon, the life force. Praise be the light. In ancient Rome, Juno Lucina, goddess of childbirth, brought children to light. Praise be the light. In medieval Mexico, the Aztec Coatlicue gave birth to Huitzilopochtli, the high-flying sun. Praise be the light. In West Africa, Nana Buluku gave birth to the sun god Liza. Praise be the light. In Bethlehem, the Virgin Mary gave birth to Jesus, the light of the world. Praise be the light.
From the winter solstice on, the sun rises higher and higher in the sky. And with this time of year, this solstice time, we celebrate the regenerative cycle of the earth, the hibernation of the animals, the intense energy of the seeds as they germinate. It is a time for us to feel our inner power, to nurture our growing strength, to rejoice as our ancient forebears did in the waxing light. So please stand, rise in body or spirit, and sing with joy some words to Joy to the World.
Joy to the world, the sun returns. Let all the earth rejoice. Let every heart exult in joyful praise, exult, oh, give thanks in joyful praise.
Please be seated, and I'd like to invite forward our servers to attend to. We've got some spiced cider and some sugar cookies for folks. So I invite you to blow out your candles at this moment, but as you do so, remember that the fire that burns there is also symbolic of that fire that should be burning brightly in us this time of year, this time of gathering our strength, of tending to our own fire. Please blow out your candles. And so we've got some spice cider over here and also some cookies over there. And so I invite you to take of some of the sweetness that is on offer. So come up to the servers, they'll try to make their way around to you, and we'll distribute those at this time. Our ancestors around the world celebrated this joyful season with gifts of sweet treats to friends and neighbors. Let us celebrate our hope for good things in the new year by reminding ourselves of how sweet life can be.
In medieval times, many communities followed the tradition of wassailing at the winter solstice. In the hope of assuring a good harvest, the wassailers carried a bowl of spiced cider into the apple orchard. They selected a representative tree, sprinkled it with cider, and offered a blessing such as this one, sung in the Cornworthy district of England.
So here, my old fellow, I drink to thee, and the very health of each other tree. May ye blow, well may ye bear blossoms with fruit, both apple and pear, so that every bough and every twig may bend with a burden both fair and big. May ye bear us and yield us fruit such a store that the bags and chambers of the house run o'er.
That we too may be abundantly productive in the coming year, let us celebrate this winter solstice and our own rebirth by toasting one another with wassail.
We invite you with your to treasure the sweetness that you have at hand, and we will as we meditate upon that sweetness, we'll have some music to go with it.
Darkness has vanished, morning is dawning, black night is banished, sunlight appears. Welcome the new day, welcome the sunrise, let the morn's new rays cast out all fears. Gone is the old year, come is the new one. Gone are the old tears, gone with the night. Kindle a new flare deep in your heart's core. Cherish the glow there, make it grow bright.
Please rise in body or spirit for these responsive words. In the shape of the sun, behold the cake, that in the hearth of love we bake. In spite of darkness, pain, and strife, taste and savor the sweetness of life.
The wassail at the apple tree assured its rich fertility.
May all who toast each other here bear good fruit in the coming year. And now we join in singing, Here We Come A-Wassailing. The words are in your order of service. Okay, if it's not followed by the eating.
Here we come a-wassailing amongst the leaves so green. Here we come a-wandering so barren to be seen. Love and joy come to you, and to you your wassail too, and I bless you and send you a happy new year. And I've sent you a happy new year. Here we come a-wassailing among the leaves so green. Here we come a-wandering so barren to be seen. Love and joy come to you, and to you your wassail too. And I bless you and send you a happy new year. And I've sent you a happy new year.
Please be seated. We have rejoiced in the return of the sun. We have welcomed the waxing light. And the nights are long, and even the days are cold, and colder yet to come, we know. In the face of this harsh reality, we struggle to believe in the resurgence of life, to answer the questions of our doubting hearts.
Where all the swallows fled, frozen and dead, perchance upon some bleak and stormy shore.
O doubting heart, far over purple seas they wait in sunny ease, the balming southern breeze to bring them to their northern homes once more.
Why must the flowers die? Person they die, they lie, in the cold tomb, heedless of tears or rain.
O doubting heart, there only sleep below the soft white ermine snow, while winter winds shall blow to breathe and smile upon you soon again.
The sun has hid its rays these many days. Will dreary hours never leave the earth?
O doubting heart, the stormy clouds on high veil the same sunny sky that soon, for spring is nigh, shall wake the summer into golden mirth.
I invite you to rise once again in body or spirit and join in singing a song to the tune of God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen.
Deciding who will claim the earth, whose power will hold magic time of year. Let us bring in the light and turn the wheel, turn the wheel. Let us bring in the light and turn the wheel. The holly king of winterwood rules over all that's dark. The mysteries of death and loss and all that's deep and dark. But now his reign draws to a close, his power reigning dim. Let us bring in the light and turn the wheel, turn the wheel. Let us bring in the light and turn the wheel. The old King, Lord of greenwood, rules over all that's light. The mystery of growing things and all that's new and bright. But now his power works is strong, he rules and wins the earth. Let us bring in the light and turn the wheel, turn the wheel. Let us bring in the light and turn the wheel.
Please be seated. As the song suggests, one seasonal tradition imagines the winter solstice as a time of struggle between the old year, symbolized by the Holly King, and the new year, symbolized by the Oak King.
Another tradition has it that Holly was originally named for the dark underground crone goddess Hale, or Hel, from whose womb the sun arose. The red berries of the holly were her holy blood, the source of all life. The evergreen leaves represented ongoing life and the promise of immortality. Let us wear our sprig of holly, symbol of fertility, as a sign of our potential for creativity in the new year.
I invite you to rise in body or spirit once again and sing the praises of this wondrous plant. Deck the halls.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Down and down our gate Huckleberry, fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. See the blazing hill before us, fa la 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus, fa la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure, fa la 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 la. While I tell of Yuletide treasure, fa la 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 la. Fast away the old year passes, fa la 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 la. Hail the new year, lads and lasses, fa la 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 la. Sing we joyous all together, fa la 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 la. Heedless of the wind and weather, fa la 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 la.
We invite you to join us after the ceremony for refreshments, including more cookies and more cider, and fellowship. On your way out, deposit your cups and your candles in the containers provided.
May the returning sun illumine our minds and warm our hearts. May we walk in the light and give birth to good ideas and worthy projects in the new year. May the solstice light shine in all of us. Blessed be.
Please join me in extinguishing the chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.